When I meet someone for the first time, I do not talk about my standards. I have turned down a lot of wealthy guys. I didn't say rich. I said wealthy. Kindness, goodness, having a conscience, being considerate doesn't hide in finances.
Thank you.
I watch you to see if you have those standards I set for myself.
Okay.
Wow.
Wallahi, men did this word. You get some men where you go see, hi, Chineke. You go even come to look the man when you marry, like, waiting be this.
Did you close your eyes?
You get? You be like, who be this one? For sure, the fact that I made the choice to love you and you alone makes me blind to other people. It's in nature. It doesn't mean we women, we don't see fine boys. My brother, you don't see boys where they grow now. As in God, they para. The new creation now, they para. So you see the way you like both only you, watermelon, this, that. I like it too. But I decided that it's only your own watermelon that I will be licking, only your own banana.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another section of the Room69 Podcast. My name is Confidence Paulinus, of course. I remain your host, Confi Paul, for short. Happy New Year from us. How are you? It's been long, Abby. Yes, we are here. This is our very first episode for the year, so we decided to make it make sense. Of course, I won't be doing this alone as usual. I have my boss by my left-hand side. Please say hi to the people.
Why did you say I'm your boss? I'm your boss from the name of your taxi. Hi, my people. Let's do this again. My name is Barry, and my friend called me Barry Best, so I'm here to do the best of the best. Let's do this.
You just show yourself more. Okay, and then we have the lady. This is the boyfriend's hair, the boyfriend's handwork. Look how beautiful she's looking.
Exactly.
So you see, it's Ashley. Please say
Why
hi
did
to
you look
the
like
camera.
that?
Why not go look at?
Give the boys
When a
flowers.
woman look good, they would say, is your boyfriend or is your husband?
It's a conversation
beg
for
you.
another day, but it is. Say hi to the camera, please.
People of Port Harcourt, Happy New Year. Stop this, please.
Okay, like I said, we decided, we made a resolute among ourselves to make you lick your screen. Yes, and I say that for a fact. We decided to look for the best of the best. You know, we have a guest in our midst, of course.
Wow.
Very beautiful, delectable. Like I said, you lick your screen after doing this. And then you'll be tapping from her intellectual prowess. Please say hi, Miss Ebubechukwu.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
So our conversation today is very different. You know, something you pick something from very different. It is going to be transformational. So it means you're going to learn a lot from it. Most of you have been in this state. Of course, you might not agree with everything our guest will say. That's why the comment section is there for you to look at. Say whatever is on your mind. Don't be scared. Get it. Okay. So today we want to talk about, we start with gender and, equality and all of that. But there are a lot of people that see gender. You just look at it. What do you think about gender equality? So I want to ask you, Miss Ebube, like I said, you'll be giving us premium. You already said that. So starting with this now, please, what do you think? What's your perspective or what's your perception about gender equality? How do you see gender? And then after that, the next question will follow suit from the answer you gave.
Okay, thank you for that beautiful question.
You're welcome.
Gender equality.
Wow.
To the best of my own knowledge and character, I do not believe in gender equality because the man and the woman, we are different.
Thank God.
Different responsibilities on earth, different parts. We have different intellectual prowess. We have different strength, physical strength. Both physically and spiritually, we are very different. And I will never be in a room that supports gender equality because we are not the same.
Okay.
So I think as the conversation goes by, we'll explain further on this issue. So yes, that's what I have to say.
You've never been in a room that supports gender equality.
Yeah.
Wow, you don't hear a lot of women say that. A lot of women. Okay, we're hearing this. I think you're one of the first few persons who are saying this. So since you've not been in a room that supports gender equality, What would your definition of a real man be? So that we can, pick something there like, who is a real man to you?
Okay. A real man to me is a leader, a protector, a provider, a man that leads with love, a man that covers you, an intercessor, or be an interceder, anyone you can call it.
Yeah.
That's who a man is to me.
Yeah.
A man that takes care of his family, a man that brings the family together, a family-oriented man who knows that that is his duty on earth. So that is who a real man is to me.
Yeah.
A kind man, a gentleman, someone who is considerate about other people's feelings, which will definitely, with a good woman by your side, you will get exactly that in return.
That is exactly...
That's my own. It's fine.
That's exactly the angle I want to come from. When you have a good woman by your side to compliment. Because to understand, it looks sometimes in this type of man that you just mentioned.
They exist. They totally exist. So far, my dad is in my life.
Yeah.
He's a typical example of a real man. And that is what every woman, I pray that every good woman should experience a man like that.
Like your dad.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your dad's name? Chukwu.
Let me quickly ask this.
Yeah.
Right. When we talk about gender equality, somebody might argue from the angle that gender equality is not about that we are fighting, or maybe we are trying to, how do I call it, try to compete with you as a man. Let me speak from like an angle of a woman.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm competing with your position, but I'm looking from an angle whereby what you can do, let's say in the angle of provision in a home or in a relationship. You can take me out as a man and spend on me. That same amount you spend on that date, I can spend equal or even spend more than that. At least I build myself. I've got the career. I've got the money. We have got to that stage whereby in terms of career-wise or success-wise, we are the same. So in this angle, like, okay, don't come to me and say, because you're a man, I should succumb to you, or I cannot render my own opinion, or I cannot question what you are doing, or whatever you say is what's going to be. You get? So in this angle, how do you find a balance? What kind of advice can you give to a man that is seeing the woman try to let me know that, that thing you're doing, I can also do the same. So if you want to take any action, you need to consult me first. That both of us are equal in that angle. How do you find a balance in this kind of situation?
First of all, let me explain better.
Okay.
Now, one of the reasons why women stood up to fight for the equality of the both genders, one of the reasons is because, there is this drunkenness that comes with power.
Okay.
When you are given a certain level of authority, some people cannot handle it.
That's right.
They become aggressive. They become too commanding. They feel like the world at that moment revolves around them.
Exactly.
Now, a lot of men who are given this leadership position as husbands or relationship boyfriends or whatever you might call it, partners, they do not know how to handle the authority that is given to them. They begin to maltreat their subjects, which is supposedly the wife and the children. They feel that leadership is all about giving money, paying house rent, buying things. But no, there is more to that union marriage, to that institution. It's a school that you can never graduate from.
Yeah.
So a lot of men don't know how to handle power.
Power.
So the moment they go into that position, they begin to maltreat their wives.
Yeah.
They begin to, because you're the one that is providing, you can no longer take care of your wife. They have to be on their knees to ask you for everything. So a lot of women who were in this situation, some of them go through domestic violence. You know, there are verbal violence and emotional violence. And emotional violence is more dangerous than the physical violence. So a lot of women wake up and say, no, we can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
If it's this money that you're giving that is the reason why you treat me like I'm trash,
Let's get the money.
I will go get the money.
Exactly.
So this is the spirit behind the trending gender equality.
So now, as an experienced or knowledgeable woman, that you got to, let's say as you are now, let me not prophesy whatever, but let me just be realistic, all right? Let's say at the end of the day, you now have a man. And just like you said, a drunkenness that comes with the success. At first, he wasn't like this. He was not this kind of man I married or I have a relationship. I'm having a relationship with. But as time progresses, this man gets, building up, get whatever it takes. And before you know, he's losing it. You as a woman, you have built your own career to, have some success and you were there to support. But you're seeing very clearly that this man is losing it. As a woman and as a knowledgeable person in that situation, how are you going to handle? Because most times this thing comes like you're saying, and the woman I want to do something. Let's do this. But you find that the man is using that against her. How are you going to handle the situation that will not bruise the ego of this man? Are you able to get your man back in the way that it's supposed to be?
Now, I wanted to say this in the previous question, but I think I'll say it now. You mentioned having a man that provides, does everything, and what's your own take on that? Now, to me, with the kind of family I grew up in, I grew up around so much love, so much intention.
Yeah.
My father was the provider. He is the provider, the one that gives everything, pays for everything, but it doesn't stop my mom. There are some times that my mom pays the bill and my father will get all emotional about it, like, oh my God, thank you so much, my wife.
Yeah.
There was a time he had a setback and my mom got him a car.
Are you serious?
That is what an intentional partner is. You must not always be on the receiving end. You support. Women, we are support system.
Yeah.
We are not the engine. They say the man is the head and the woman is the neck. But without a neck, there is no head.
No head.
That's true.
So that is your purpose in a man's life. Now, if I get married to a man, first of all, I will not just marry any man.
Thank you.
I will marry a considerate man. A man with a conscience. A man that loves God. Because if you love God, you will love your wife.
That's true. That's true. It's very true.
If you don't love God or acknowledge the supreme being or whatever you hold high, you will not be able to show love to another person. So I pray never to find myself in a situation whereby something like that will come up and maybe he gets money and decides to forget about his family.
Talk to somebody that not find himself in that same position. This is a woman. Your husband is beginning to use the power that he has to dominate over you. Even when you have so much to contribute to the success of that family, your husband is consistently suppressing you down. As a woman, how do you do this?
Now, first of all, you can have a talk with him, a heart-to-heart talk. And if he eventually turns out to be a man who doesn't listen or who literally does not care, remain a good woman. So far, he's not beating you. He's not abusing you. Emotionally, he's not abusing you. He's just so power drunk in his ego at that moment. Let him be. God or nature always has a way to bring him back.
Yeah.
Now, allow him. Nature always has its way of clipping those wings. He will come back to you. So far, you are good. You're steadfast. You're not doing him back, because there's something about revenge that always backfires.
Yeah.
So far, you're just, okay, I've had a talk with him and he has clearly refused to change his egoistic behavior. I will let him be. One day,
You go have.
one person go humble him.
I tell you.
By that time, when he now comes back home and start complaining, do you know that what happened today? Can you imagine that this man
You know, sorry.
Now look at.
will be this one? You never see anything. So do you get?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the advice I will give.
You talk about growing up from a family that has so
caring
much
family.
that's
Very intentional.
very intentional.
I love you.
Now, growing up, seeing because of what you've seen and everything, there's a standard you've set for yourself. There are certain things you cannot take from a man. There are certain places you cannot go. Even if the person, that's what we call emotional blackmail. Like, you have this relationship and this man was like, if you say you love me, you know that kind of a thing. If you say you love me, prove it. But you see very well that this is against my standard. So, as a grown and knowledgeable person, with your intelligence and all of that, and with the love and the background you come from, is there any point you can get to in line of relationship building that you can decide to compromise the standard you've set for yourself? And if you have to do that, for what reason?
Yeah.
Now, first of all, when I meet someone for the first time, I do not talk about my standards. I watch you to see if you have those standards I set for myself.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't talk about my standards. So whatever you're showing is who you are. If a man meets me and say, what kind of man do you like? I don't answer that question because I can tell you the kind of men I like and you begin to pretend to be that kind of man.
Exactly. Deceptive.
And by the time I now fall for that love bombing that a lot of men do, you now go inside and show your real character, your real bad character. Everybody has a flaw, quite all right, good and fine. And what makes us partners is when I'm able to handle those flaws, because there is something that comes with change. You cannot, there's a certain age you will reach, there is no change that can be done. There's a difference between a personality and a character. Character is what you build for yourself. Personality is who you are.
Yeah.
That is the part God gave you to make the earth complete, to balance the world. So your personality is more like a natural balance from your creator.
Okay.
But your character is what you build for yourself. Now, there are some people that have a certain kind of personality that you might not like. Someone like me now, I'm a loud person. I can be like really loud, jovial, playful. That is my personality.
Yeah.
But if it comes to my character, it's a different ball game altogether. Because those are the things I worked on. I decided, because when you were created, you were born with the power of choice to either be good or bad.
Yeah.
So you choose what you want because your creator gave you that power to choose. So left for me, I will always consider your character. Now, if it comes to my standards and the man, or bringing down a standard just to fit into a man, I will not do that, because there's a difference between standard and compromising for just something little.
Exactly.
My standards are things I hold very high to myself. And that they might not even be up to 5. Now, if you tick the boxes of those standards, it means that there is no situation that will make you go below that standard.
Take, for example, now where you have there are 5 standards you have, just for example, where you know very well you hold these 5 in high esteem. And a man falls within the purview of 4 of them. And then there is one. There is just one. That you look and be like, okay, you've seen someone that falls with maybe 2, you say, no. I can't do 2 to 5. That's not a pass mark. You sit there and then you're seeing 4. You've seen 4. And then one thing about standard is that, yes, it's true that you can hold all very well, but you see someone that has 4 of your standard, but 1 is left. So what would you do in that kind of a situation when it comes to you not compromising?
I think I answered that question earlier. If you listen properly, I said, nobody is perfect. Everyone has flaws. You cannot change the flaw. You only find a way to adjust to the flaw. And there is a way human beings behave. There is a particular theory about change. You don't force change. If I have a particular thing in my 5 standards and that one is missing, I will begin to show you that one on my own.
And if it's
with time, you don't even need sensitivity. It's more like a reflex action.
It just happens.
With time, you won't even know when you will start reciprocating that standard.
Exactly. That's true.
That is when love comes in. If the man is really in love with you, he's intentional about how you feel. For example, if your man is not someone that gives, he's not a gifting person, probably he knows how to give money. He's very generous. Bam, bam, 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. Baby, do this, add this to your business. You understand, and all that. But if he's not someone that knows how to give gifts, by the time you give him gifts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no be even person will tell her.
So guy, have fun now.
One day, maybe on your anniversary, he'll just wake up. Even if it's the smallest thing, he will buy it for you. Even if it might not be an anniversary. But he can just go out, see a dress and be like, my wife. It's more like a reflex action. They don't even know when they begin to behave like that. So I think that is what I would say about this.
All right.
Okay.
Between money and love. I mean, what I just say, I'm not just talking about love. I understand what love is. It goes beyond just feelings.
Okay.
It became a choice you had to make. So, in making choice, like you said earlier, I wouldn't just marry any kind of man. Now, I believe, or I want to believe, that a man must have money is not one of your standards. Is it?
Now, firstly,
should not let us stand that. But before I answer the question, this is the question I want to ask. Success, physical, financial success, and intellect, knowledge, pursuit, purpose. This is a man that you can see clearly that he has future, but is not tangible yet. This is a man that is already successful. You can take the trajectory of this man. You find that he has done well. He has big businesses. He's successful. 2 of them has come. One has one character that you can't compromise with. It's against your standard. That is the one that's already successful. The other one is building. He is good. He's okay. But you also know that there are possibilities that as he became successful, the real him will show up.
Yes.
You find yourself in this position. What will you do?
First of all, let me make that more elaborate.
All right.
Between the poor and the rich, right?
Not really the poor.
The one that is just
building.
coming up.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something. Kindness, goodness, having a conscience, being considerate doesn't hide in finances.
Thank you. Whoa, that's a big
I
one.
love that.
Now, I have turned down a lot of wealthy guys. I didn't say rich, I said wealthy.
Wealthy.
What is love, first of all? Love is giving. And if I say giving, I don't mean material things only.
Thank you.
You give your time, you give your emotions, you give your feelings, you give your intellect, you give literally everything. That is what love is. And if you are not pouring into that cup, it's not love. So even if the man is not rich, if a man loves you, even if he's earning 30K in a month, at least he brings out his 1,000 naira, 2,000, 3,000 and buys you something. Even if now one keke boy where you did it, and once in a month, the boy will bring out 6,000 naira from that his money and buy you one shirt. It shows what he will do when he becomes rich.
Exactly.
So when people do all this whole, I cannot marry a poor man. No, you have not met a considerate poor man.
Tell them, tell them.
You have not met a poor man that has
a rich heart.
Yes,
Big heart.
that has a big heart.
Yeah.
And these are the kind of people that even if you're comfortable on your own as a girl, you invest in them.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
All these things that they used to say, a man loved the girl today and he made money tomorrow and he left. Trust me, she was seeing the signs,
Exactly.
but she just ignored the signs.
Okay.
There will always be signs.
There will always be signs. I agree with you.
When you have a poor boyfriend that one day, like once, like this, he has never bought you, they have necklace, cheap necklace, 3,000. 2,500 with pendants.
1,000.
That at least if you wear it 6 months, if he carry you reach 6 months before you go wash. If he never do those kind things for you, they like this, sit down. You say, babe, I don't really have much. And you know, genuinely, he doesn't have much.
Yeah.
But babe, manage this one. Don't worry, if more comes, I will give. If a man love you, make I no talk about Bobby, you go know.
You are a successful woman.
Okay.
Because you talk about investing in the person.
Yeah.
And this just prompted that question in my head. What are the things you have to look out for before you invest in the man?
Now, if I talk about investments financially, there are some guys that you know that they're hardworking. They're always on the go. They want to do better. Genuinely. They're always looking out for one thing or the other to start up with. Now, you see that your girlfriend. Don't underestimate that your girlfriend. Because if that your girlfriend brings out her phone and shows you the people she knows, fear go catch you. You feel even come there, they consider the relationship. Say, this one, my babe, know this kind of person. You should say this relationship go work. Don't underestimate that girl.
Okay.
Because she might have the contacts to push you further.
Thank you very much. I don't really need a man because I can provide for myself. I can take care. I have a kid. Maybe I have one or two. I can take care of them. I'm successful in my career. I'm doing whatever I have to do. Highest thing, if I really need a man that go, there's these young guys out there.
You pay them.
Take care of me. I control myself. I'm in control of my territory. And to an extent, they live lavishly, they live successful, they live happy, and all of that. So the question is this: what is the real value that a man is adding to a woman's life? More especially a woman that's already up here, successful, doing well. Why do you really need them?
One of the strongest And one of the top reasons for marriage is companionship.
Companionship.
Not vibes and chills. Companionship. Go and study the meaning of companionship. When you have a companion, you understand the advantages of marriage. You see all those men, they have a lot of money. They have this and that. They don't have wives, no family. They just have children scattered all over. Deep down, I can tell you for free, they are lonely.
Same with women.
Same with women. The way God created, the way the creator, because it's not a lot of listeners that believe in God, but everyone knows there is a creator. The way the earth is wired is for interaction. If there is no interaction, if there is no companionship, if there is no love, you cannot function. It's real.
It's real.
Try and fall in love or have somebody that you can talk to, someone you can open up to, someone that knows you in depth. You will watch how fast your life will begin to move. You begin to think better. You begin to behave better. You begin to act better. Everything about you becomes better.
Okay, let's go. Miss Ebube, thank you very much. You've said a lot of brilliant things that I love.
Thank you so much.
Now, let us go to, I know because there are a lot of guys, they will be like, this is the kind of woman I want. I think, wow, but then they have something at the back of their mind. Okay, since this is the kind of woman, everything you've said today has never bothered on your deal breaker. So I, and a lot of guys out there want to know, please, what's your deal breaker? You know, your boyfriend might just be in our comment section with you. So your deal breaker, please.
Okay, one of my highest deal breaker. Okay, I think I'll mention two.
Okay.
Is cheating. One. And lack of conscience or consideration. Lack of respect. These are my two highest deal breakers. If you don't respect me, you don't consider my feelings, you don't have a conscience about how I will feel, is a deal breaker for me. Because if you consider me, if you respect me, you will not even cheat on me.
So, sorry, when you talk about highest deal breaker, to the best of my understanding, I have just known about deal breakers to be deal breakers. So when you talk about highest deal breaker, can you give us those sub ones? So when you talk about highest deal breaker, rather, those ones you see as not like your sub deal breakers, are they something that maybe if they happen, you can overlook?
Yeah, I have a lot of them, but it's not something I'll mention here because if I mention them, it will still boil us down to the standards.
Okay, so talking about, you said cheating. And not having respect. Cheating and not having respect.
And not conscience.
And not conscience.
The respect comes with the conscience.
So that means, it simply means that if your partner cheats on you once, there is the likelihood that that relationship might end.
Of course.
Once.
And the reason I said so is because there is this careless, ideology that moves around the world that men are polygamous in nature, blah, blah, blah. Oh, please shut the hell up.
I don't believe that in that shot.
Men, nothing like men. Human beings in general are polygamous in nature. The same way you like obono soup, like oha, like egusi, like afang, like edikaiko. Now you still like pepper soup. I like and like that too. The way they say, girls did this word, while lie, men did this word. You get some men where you go see, hi, Chineke. You go even come to look the man when you marry, like, waiting be this.
Did you close your eyes?
You get? You be like, who be this one? But
I just,
You are ignorant.
No! Are you saying? Wait.
Am I saying what? Am I saying what? No, say it.
I want to say it.
Uh-huh.
You see her reaction. Follow me, she's your fellow girl. You're seeing this thing. Thank God you're reacting like this. It simply means that tomorrow you'll be married, definitely. You'll be married, and then when you go out, you see these people. Your man, let's say Mr. Barry now. I know Mr. Barry is married. You get married to Mr. Barry, and then you go out and look at him again. He's a very handsome. So, Mr. Barry, you get married to Mr. Barry, and then you go out. You see a lot of persons and all that. Then you now look Mr. Barry like this, just because of that kind of thing. Don't you think that you're now getting to a stage where you begin to endure your marriage and manage your man?
At this point, you got me wrong.
Okay, please. That's why I want you to.
Now, if you listen to me earlier when I first started, I said love is more like is my choice.
Yeah.
I have looked around the whole world. I have seen the 8 billion people.
Okay.
And I chose you.
Okay. Good.
The fact that I made the choice to love you and you alone makes me blind
To
other people. That thing I said earlier, that all this whole polygamous in nature, it doesn't mean we women, we don't see fine boys. My brother, you don't see boys where they grow now. As in God, they para. The new creation now, they para. While are they? So you see the way you like both only you, watermelon, this, that. I like it too. But I decided that is only your own watermelon that I will be licking, only your own banana.
In fact, only you have watermelon, orange, and everything.
Everything. I decided to be spontaneous with you and create all those fruits with you.
In one.
But you now decided that men are polygamous in nature. Wallah, my brother, your libido no reach. I promise you that.
Okay.
So that is the reason why I will not take cheating.
Okay.
Because the same way you saw that girl and her body enter your heart, let's not go far. You don't see the new artists where they come out. All these new boys where they reign now.
Okay.
May nobody vest me.
Okay. Before don't invest. Because this is getting interesting.
Yeah.
Now, people or men might argue, or let me not say they will argue that the way a man loves a woman is not the same way a woman loves a man.
Okay.
I want to take you back to what you said earlier, that gender equality might just be a misconception. Because we are different beings, we are wired differently. And I agree with you totally.
Yeah.
People will believe, and over the time, nature research experience has proven that men can actually have an external person outside without emotions attached. Men can just flip over things, but women are not wired that way. I know you will not agree with this, but I'm going to be people that are saying that men are polygamous in nature.
Okay.
But come to the real thing. There are people that can even argue with you that there are some marriages today that the marriage is only existing or standing because the man himself have somebody else outside. Yes, if you want to go into that, that's a different ballgame. But this is where I'm coming to.
Okay.
Once a man is now in marriage, you understand that this is my family. Whatever I do to protect them.
Okay.
But in the other way around, who protects the man? Most of the time, 75% of a man's protection falls on himself. Because once a man got married, have kids, even the wife diverts most of her attention to the children.
Yeah.
So man has to survive in any way possible. I'm telling you from the angle of the man.
I'm still waiting for your question.
So now this is the point. This way, I'm just more of like a question, but I want to paint a story that you understand. So men now come to a point whereby they say, okay, fine. I got to leave. And the kind of pressure I get from home sometimes, even when I get home, I must let you know that one of the major problems of men today is sex. And research has also proven, time experience also proven, that due to pressure, due to issues at home, most time men don't get the real sex at home anymore. So they now fall back to having one person outside. They're able to solve that problem.
So what are you trying to say now?
All I'm saying
You are still beating about the bush.
No, I'm not beating about it. I'm telling you the reality of things.
No, like there's
At
one
the
point
end
I'm
of
waiting
the
for
day,
you to
I know
hit.
you wait for that point. I want to hit that point quickly.
Okay.
But now let me hit that point.
I think it's right.
What do you want a man to do? In a position whereby, calm down. In a position whereby this man now is dying, no good sex at home. Nothing they happen about a life when it comes to sex at home. How are you going to deal with that?
You're looking for a moral ground for cheating.
That is where I'm just looking at him. Now, let me tell you something. And I pray your wife will not watch this
No,
podcast
no, she's watching.
to see the kind of man she's married.
Uncle, this is a very good man. This is a podcast. This is a very responsible young man.
Okay, a responsible young man who is trying to
Responsible.
justify
No,
cheating. Now, let me
this
tell
is
you
like-
something. If you do not understand the concept or the reason behind the institution of marriage, you don't have any business being married.
Thank you. I agree.
You need to just remain single and continue living your life and sleep with whoever you like. Now, all these things you're saying, the man will stay at home, the sex is getting, blah, 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 is because you are not a supportive husband. Now, you said some women will wake up like this and they say, okay, they now start pouring all the love to their children. They are pouring all those love to their children because you are not showing the love. If you are showing the love, now me tell you, she no go to send that children. Now me tell you. And secondly, a lot of men overwork their wives. You expect me to clean, to wash, to take care of the children, prep them for school. Have you ever lived with children? Like, have you lived with, like, you go no say that's in a full-time job. Now me tell you, for free.
You're asking Mr. Biden.
Living with children. No, he can be a husband that he goes out in the morning and comes back. He doesn't even know what's going on in his children's life. And that's what a lot of men do. And that's a lot of mistake a lot of men make.
Okay.
That is why you see a child, they will say, even male children, girls too, they'll say, my best parent is my mom.
My mother.
Because it's only their mom that sees them. A lot of fathers behave like your existence itself is just... There are some children that if their father comes back home and sits down in the parlor, everybody will stand up and go out.
Yeah, some homes.
There is no love. They're just seeing you as a figure. They are seeing you as their father, not their dad.
Okay, let me...
Wait. The justifier of cheating. No.
There is no reason.
There is no reason. You are busy saying you overwork your wife. Your wife will still do the same 9 to 5 me and
They
you
will
will do.
anak you in the night.
No, now the same 9 to 5 we dey do, we go do and finish. I go come back house. You say if you come back before me. That's if some men they even really come back if they will not go from office to be a parlor. Which is that is the norm now with a lot of irresponsible men.
Even women,
They don't go back home
create the
to look at their children, to know how is your school, help them with assignments, do a lot of things. They feel everything is the woman's job. And now when she's done with all these things, she will still clean. If you stay around children, you know how untidy children can be.
Exactly.
This thing now that is set here, they don't like it. They carry it and take there. They are very disorganized. Now you take your time every day of your life organizing these children. You are still working 9 to 5 on top. The man is just sitting down, either reading newspaper or scrolling through his phone or watching one useless football match that has passed like 3 months ago. Okay. Then only you will be doing it. Then you now wake up after all these things I have done without your single support. You now want me to ride you the way I will ride when I'm okay. No, now. Brother, have a conscience.
Okay. Let's not look as if. Let's not look
No,
as
no,
if.
I get your point.
Let's not
Go
look
ahead.
at. The truth is this. I agree that the approach of spirituality. It's not because you're saying this, but I have to talk to you from a very realistic angle. See, the fact that people do things does not mean that people are justifying it. See, there's reality checks on everything you do in life.
Sure.
People commit sin even when they know that this thing is a sin. People go out of their way to make choices that they know that it won't end well. Normally. But there's always a motivation behind every man's choice. There are men that do all these things that you're saying men don't do. And I can tell you one or two. I can call names. I say, go and verify, like Peter Obi will say. That they do all these things you say, but still, it's not working.
Okay.
And this same woman will say, you need to understand me. You need to understand me. If you say you love me, you need to understand me. And you also remind the man the same thing you're saying, that if you understand the principle of marriage, you will not do otherwise. Men are dying as a result of saying,
Men are dying because they want to
gentleman.
die.
The truth is that, and that's exactly what we're talking about. When you get to here and say, no, I'm not taking this anymore, it's either I stay the way I want to stay or we go our separate ways. If you still fall back on the man, that you're not man enough. I don't want to go further because you are not a man.
No, go further. I'm trying to.
But now,
I'm trying to understand him. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yeah. You, if you like, don't understand.
No, I'm trying to understand you. No, it's not from a place
so
of
now
hate.
this is not more like a question, but it's more like my own contribution from where, by God's grace, experience talking with people and all of that. I've been into this angle for a very long time, and I've listened to stories. All I'm just saying is that in all of this, there's no justifiable to cheating, and I agree that cheating should be a deal breaker for anyone. All right?
Yes.
Because you will continue to have to work. I used to tell people personally that if you can't handle it, leave. I've stepped out before.
Chicken.
And anybody can step out too. Do you understand? So all we are saying is that in all of it, but last, there are things that will still hold you then. And the only thing you can look at the end of say, guy, I don't fit die. If this one ain't going to solve this problem, I just hide it. You being the woman to wait, say cheating at your deal breaker, you step up.
Okay.
Because if you not step up, that
Something
deal breaker, you go
happened.
break and go.
My brother, this thing you are saying, you're just giving a justification
Miss
for
Ebube,
all these things.
we are gradually coming to the end of this session.
Yeah.
Gradually, we are coming to the end. And I want to say I actually respect everything you said. But what I need you to do for us is that, because there are a lot of persons who will be like, yes, she's trying to push this, especially your gender. Of course, these things you're saying now, I can tell you a lot of persons, please, who is that girl? Get me, I need to know. And then from there, they will misunderstand it. I am telling you the truth. So in order for us not to, I know we are not trying that, we cannot even please everybody. That's true. Whatever conversation we have here, we cannot please everyone. So I would like you to create a balance by way of concluding.
There is no balance.
No, like
My choice is my choice.
Now, do you know that some of those acts has rubbed off on innocent marriages and people? I am telling you nothing but the truth. You see marriages that are just going their way and all of that. Then you see, if something happens between a man and a woman, you see those independent people be like, look at you, now you they take more. As for me, I don't take that. This is a little problem between you and your spouse. Now you they take her. Me, I can't. A man can't do that.
I promise you in secret, that person that is shouting that thing is taking it like mad. Hey, you see this person that will come out and say, I cannot take it. Me
Over my dead body.
Over my dead body. My sister.
Wait, no, Miss Obidi, I guess you're not getting. In this context, I am saying that For example,
Yeah.
Ashley walked out of her marriage because of this thing and say, okay, because of this, I'll look for my money. Because of this, I don't need the money. Because of this. And then you're in marriage, and maybe one disagreement happens between you and Mr. Barry who is married. You come to Ashley. Ashley tells you, like someone who has left her marriage, now you see me now, see the way I did. And then you see this thing has killed a lot of innocent marriage.
Yeah.
That is where I want you to draw and make it clear. You get it? This thing has killed a lot of innocent marriages. People come up and be like, what? You're telling them this is not what I want. This is not what I want, actually. Look at you. You're into this kind of a marriage and all of this is happening. Look at me. I'm living my life. You are a result of a broken marriage. You decided to leave your husband. And then you're passing the same thing to the next person. Now, that person picks it as an ideology that will go on to the next generation. We know that such ideology that will be transgenerational over time started from a man, one person. But then if we don't curtail it and try to see a way we can act it, then it will be a problem. That is why you begin to see most of these, feminists. I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that.
They're not the ones getting married.
That. So what I am saying is, please, especially to people out there, why you try to do this? I know our guest have made this very clear. I'm not disputing our guest, she's very correct. But please, don't come and meet someone who has left her marriage and will now be giving you advice that is in marriage, or you have one disagreement. You're going to meet the person. That is just what I'm saying. Please, by way of concluding.
Let me add to that. It really icks me when I see people make crucial decisions based on what someone said to them.
Okay.
That is where self-awareness comes in.
Mm.
If you're not self-aware of yourself, people's decision will affect or influence you.
Yeah.
I'm a kind of person that my friends that know me know that I have this thing of being indecisive.
Okay.
It's not that I'm indecisive because I don't know what to decide on, but I think I just bring it to you to know your own opinion about it. I just want to hear from these different sides. I'm a picker of knowledge. I pick knowledge from everybody. Then when I'm done picking the entire knowledge, I sit down in my own space, filter it, and bring out my own theory.
Very important.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the time I collect your own, I will not sit down and say, for this one mine now, they won't lead me astray. But they not go lead me astray. But at the same time, I go still put guard in case that astray won't enter the leadership. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is how, if you're self-aware of yourself, people's decision will not influence you.
Okay. So,
If you're around me, I will influence you.
so
Okay,
so-
Yeah, let's ask you
Okay,
something.
that brings me to this question.
Okay.
What is your own definition of happy marriage?
you pick knowledge from different places, like you said, and at the end of the day, able to come up with your own resolution, and that is fantastic. Now, you're growing and building yourself into marriage. What is your own idea or the kind of picture you see that you can tell is an happy marriage for you? Based on every knowledge you've gathered, what's your final resolution about a marriage? Relationship, going from your relationship into your marriage. What will you have? How will it look like? I can proudly say that I have a happy home.
Now, I look forward to being considerate with each other,
Okay.
communicate every feeling with each other,
Okay.
being open-minded. You know, there's a difference from being honest and being transparent.
Yeah.
I want transparency,
Mm.
forgiveness, know each other's flaws and adjust to each other's flaws, because we cannot be perfect. Personality flaws. Now, love, giving, you pour into me, I pour back into you. Whatever you give me, I expand. You give me a house, I make it a home. You plant a seed, I give you children. Nurturing life, I want to nurture, I want to be there, I want to be your confidant, I want to be I should actually be your special therapist, your counselor. There is a lot that comes with being married. And I want someone who understands the institution of marriage and how it works. Because it's one institution that people see is difficult, but it's not. If there is no understanding, you will see it as difficulty. First of all, I have to know you to be able to understand you.
Exactly.
Because if I don't know you, I won't understand you. And a lot of marriages that are breaking are because most of them don't even know who they are married to or who they are dating.
Exactly.
They just look through the surface and they don't go in depth. So when you go in depth with someone, you get to know them. From knowing them, you grow or breed the intentions of understanding them. And that is how to make a good relationship. From my own term. It might not work for you. It might not work for anybody, but try it and see.
Okay, you talked about transparency. Let me just pick that a little. Now, transparency can be negative and positive. Let me just look for a way to conclude this. Transparency can be negative and positive. Sorry, I'm always using Mr. Barry as an example because that's the closest person to you. So when I'm talking about men, you are married to Mr. Barry. Mr. Barry is a temperamental person and one sometimes who is not very emotionally mature. That does not make him a bad person. You get. Mr. Barry comes now and says, tell me, against the backdrop of transparency, tell me about your secret. You have some of your personal secrets in the past. People you've had stuff to do with and all of that. And then people you've had stuff to do with and all of that. And then you also tell Mr. Barry. You can be able to, internalize whatever he has said. Okay, this is how I was. But he is not able to internalize. So going forward in that marriage and in exposing things like that, I'm saying now about transparency. Now, this is the negative aspect of it. Do you think that going forward with him in that marriage, you will still be able to give him every information?
Very wonderful question. See, I used to tell people, if you have a past that you have dropped behind, like you have totally dropped it behind, and you know that nothing will ever make you go back to it. If you meet a new person in your process of starting a new life, please leave your past behind.
Okay.
Leave your past behind. I even advise ladies, don't even tell your new person how badly you were treated in the previous one. Because that is more like breeding. See, there's a way some men think. As he said, some people are not emotionally intelligent. They probably build on their academic intelligence, but they don't build their emotions to absorb some certain kind of information in an understanding way. So my sister, my brothers, so first say they do that life again, keep them. If they ask you, you see at that point as they meet you, na sent you be. You get one thing where they talk for street, they go say, na person where now girl where man meet for the first time to the man na virgin. My sister, keep on like that. Brothers and sisters, that's your past. Say you they do this and do that. It's between you and your God. It's not between you and the next person. And if they eventually find out somehow, one way or the other, you can bring them back and say, okay, I didn't just want to tell you. And if it ends up breaking that relationship, my sister, fine and good, you know, go kill yourself in our sorry, do you understand?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this very episode in the Room 69 podcast. I remain your host. You see, I told you, see, our guest did a wonderful job. But like I said, you know, we are all mixed people. It's true that you might not agree with a lot of things our guest said, even if she made a lot of sense. Yes. So that is why the comment section is there for you to look at. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you'll be missing a lot this year. We have our Instagram handle, Room69 Podcast, on Facebook, on TikTok. Please do not fail to keep tabs because we'll be bringing it your way back to back to back. Thank you, Mr. Barry. Thank you, Ashley. Say me hi to your boyfriend. And thank you, Miss Ebudu. Like I said, your man might be waiting in our comment section. So whatever number that drops, will give it to you. Thank you.
See you next time. Madman. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you next time.